And it was called the Philadelphia CHEMO Cap Store.
Okay.
And so even right now, this minute today, what I do is in honor of my Aunt Vita, my mother's sister. And my Aunt Vita, at that time, you know, and chemo has only been, you know, been popular or used in the, since the 80s. So they didn't even tell her that her hair was going to come out. When she came into the store, as soon as I put the hose on it, her hair came out. All of it. I said, oh my God. I said, Vita, your hair came out. And I never forget the way she touched her hair. It was the most, it was so horrible, the moment. And, you know, you're talking about awkward and don't know what to do. I could see this was affecting her, so I said, I'm going to go to the bathroom. And I came back. Her eyes was red, my eyes was red. And so we didn't even have anything to put on her head. So she had to wear a towel out of the store. So and I remember when she was going out the store that night that she peeped to see if anybody was looking. And so the next day, she wrapped something around her head, and I took her to the wig stores. And I'm telling you, Miss Jessica, every store, well, we only went to 2, but they were so rude and so heartbreaking. Then they first off, here she is, a black woman, no hair, you know, like, what does she have, the Ebola virus or what's going on? And the one literally snatched the wig out of my hand, like on a strand like this, and said, no more, no more. I mean, how? You know, like, wow, devastating is that? So the next day, after that, the next morning, we had a store here in Philadelphia. It was called Bondwood Tailors. It was like, it was just like Macy's or, you know, but it was like a small, you know, Lit Brothers and all of them. But it was very high end. Anyway, they sold wigs, women wigs. And they sold, actually, they sold more white women's wigs. But my Aunt Vita, her hair color was that white that's like, a lot of us don't get that white. We get the more steel. So it was the perfect color, and it was the perfect cut. One, and then the second one, it was like the perfect one had a long back. And I was like, oh God, and I was like, Lord, you didn't send me here all this way for nothing. I began to pray. It wasn't in there. And when I was leaving Bondwood, God spoke to me just like I'm speaking to you. He said, go back. I went back. I looked on the shelf, and I was like, yes, like in my mind, I'm saying to God, like, yeah, that's the front. And the Lord said, look at that. And I looked at that. I was like, duh, it's a short, the back, it's the perfect back. He said, buy both of the wigs and take that back and put it on that top. I said, now after God gave me this revelation, you know what I said? I said, but I don't know how to sew. He said, Vita is a tailor. My Aunt Vita Holmes, she made her, matter of fact, she made all her wigs. But she took, I mean, and when you turn it inside out, you cannot tell there's 2 different wigs.
Okay.
And she helped me to do that. I remember one day I was so proud to show what I did. And she took that wig and I turned it over. And she said, hand me the scissors. I handed the scissors, and she just clip, 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 clip. She said, they don't sell brown thread in the store. You know, like when you do it, you don't have to be able to tell that this has been switched. So she taught me all kinds of things about wigs making. Then we found out all about tapes, and she helped me with toupees, and she made for others. You know, she was only here a year after that. But in that year, she gave her life to others. You know, she was like, I'll make it for a blub. I said, I have to do that. I said, here we go again, another one of you. She said, I'll do it. And she would come and sit in the shop very sick. And she would do it, but it was better than being home. Yeah, so that's how I got into the wig business. So what I do today is in honor of Vita.